Hello, this is Christine with Coco Daisy, and today I'm going to show you my planner setup for August using the Backyard Blooms collection. And first of all, I cannot believe that it is already August, which is just kind of insane. I actually made a page in here, my summer bucket list. I'm like, okay, summer's going too fast. There's some things we need to make sure we do before it goes away. But so this is my setup for August, and I love all of the bright colors. The florals are a little on the abstract side. They're these beautiful watercolors. You could really pair these this collection with just about any color planner, and it would go beautifully. So it was a lot of fun to work with. I did a lot of fussy cutting. I even did a little embroidery in here, and I'll show you that in a moment. The planner that I chose is this cute one by Webster's Pages, and I loved obviously the flowers and the colors just worked perfectly with the collection this month. So this is the one that I used, and I like how the white also really kind of made all of the colors pop. And that is one of the things that we put in the kit a little bit, was a little bit of black and white here and there, just to really complement and make all of those colors pop even more. So that is the planner that I am using this month, and it is the 10th today when I'm recording this, so it's hard to believe that not only is it August, but we're almost halfway through August. So I'm not happy about that. I'm a summer girl. I don't want summer to be over. So I'm going to go through my pocket a little bit. Just some number of ribbons and bows for my stash, the little butterfly, the hummingbird. The hummingbird and the dragonfly was kind of a little bit of a sub-theme that we had to go along with all the beautiful flowers. And I took a couple of the 4x6 note cards. Actually, that one's paper. This one was one of the 4x6 note cards from the Pocket memory keeping kit, and just turned that into a tag. And oh, before I forget, I wanted to mention, so we've had a lot of requests to offer the pocket cards and the memory keeping and the planner papers as additional subscriptions. We currently offer the pocket cards as an add-on sub. We're going to make that a little easier, and then we're also going to start subscriptions for the two papers that we have, the memory keeping and the planner papers. That won't happen for a few months simply because we work so far ahead. Those papers have already all been ordered. I can't go back and get more. So we will have to start those subs maybe with December. We'll see. I'm going to try and see if I can squeak some in for December, but for sure starting with January. So just so you kind of give you a heads up and know that those are coming. We know that that's something that a lot of you have wanted us to do. So that is what I used a couple of those for, and you'll see I made a tag out of this one later on. I did want to point out something new we had in the Pocket Memory Keeping Kit for August was a few of these 3x4 little vellum pattern sheets. And these were so fun, and like I said, we kind of added a little bit of that black and white to make the colors pop. I know in an upcoming kit, and I'm not going to tell you which one yet, because some things have to be surprises. We did this again, and I had them foiled, so that's going to be a lot of fun. So that's coming up. Also, I'm going to set those aside. So, and then I used just one of the 3x4 cards in the little pocket there. I thought that was cute. I did a bunch of fussy cutting and used some of the die cuts to kind of fill in, and then one of the puffy stickers. And those, we had a couple different sheets of those, and they turned out so cute. So I love the puffy stickers. They're a lot of fun to use, and so you'll see there's a few spots that I used those throughout my pages as well. And as I mentioned, lots of layering with all those fussy cutting and the free printables. Remember, we have these every month, and we had a ton of the hummingbirds, the dragonflies, and the flowers that you could cut out and layer with, and you'll see what I did with that. So that you'll see a bunch of those. You can see where I did a couple of them here. There's a little dragonfly. It's subtle because there's already a lot of blooms and leaves and so on here, so it was just kind of fun to just add just a couple of subtle little bits on there. So that is the cover page, and then the little packing card that we send every month. When you order each month and your kit comes to you, we include a packing card that talks a little bit about that month. And it's just kind of a fun way for me to kind of let you know my thoughts behind the kit, or just anything in particular that came to mind when I was putting the kit together. So that's just a fun little card, and I like to keep those. This dotted overlay, this is just from my stash. I just thought it was playful, and I thought it went really well with over the stripes. So the stripe pages, and if you've watched any of my videos, you're familiar with how I use these. I have a system and it works for me, and that's what I do. So the stripe pages this month, I stamped all of the, I stamped my dates on here kind of in a rainbow effect to kind of match the colors of the stripes. So I thought that was kind of fun. And I have a couple of bird stamps from my stash that I used in here. I thought they also went well with the blooms. And then these other stamps that you'll see in here, we have Kelly Winnell. I'm hoping I pronounced her name correctly. She's on our design team, and she also owns a shop called Kelly Stamps, and she designs stamps. And I asked her to design the stamps for our August collection this month, and she did a wonderful job. I have the two samples here, but then I have an actual packaged one that you can see, and she did a great job. They're a lot of fun, so you'll see I used those throughout my planner and my pages. So just a little bit of stamping. What I do on these pages is, this is my brain dump for the week. So Sunday night I sit down and I'll write out just kind of my major points for the week, what I need to get done, and then each day when I'm writing out my to-do list, I can reference back to this and go, okay, yeah, those were the big things I needed to do, and then just kind of fill in around it. And then on the back, what I'll do is I'll put down for menu planning. So I have my days of the week, and then I have my little grocery list. I just use one of the sheets from the notepad, and then I can put my groceries on there. So that's how I do my menu planning. So it's a good way to use both sides of these pretty pages. So you can see I just did some more of those stamping, a couple more little bird stamps from my stash. They're so cute. And then the overlay, this overlay, which is so vibrant and pretty, is from the classified planner. And then these pages are where I do my journaling. So when I'm going to do my memory keeping, either in my Simple Dory or in my my Happy Planner, or I just got a One Canoe 2 that I'm going to play with. I'm kind of excited about that. That has kind of a little different layout, that I'm going to try that for memory keeping. I think that'll be a lot of fun. So I'll make sure and show you how that turns out. But what I like to do is each day I'll jot down notes from the day. I always tend to do my journaling really late, like even if you look on my to-do list, you'll see I have notes that I need to go back and do my journaling. I tend to just do it in bulk, and so, I mean, I've got to go back, I think April maybe, to do journaling. So this helps me keep track of that. So it's okay if I don't get it done right away. I've started typing all of mine up, and so I'll put that in there. So it's just easier to do it all in bulk when I do it. So I can reference these pages and kind of match them up to my memory keeping and know what I need to do. So I did just a little bit of stamps, a little bit of stickers, and then we also this month brought back our index tab stickers. And if you were kind of wondering what these are, they're little stickers and they're mirror image. So what that means is that you can fold them and put them either at the top of your page or the side of your page, and it gives you a little index tab or a little tab on your page to mark it to be able to flip it. Now, if you don't want to use them that way, you may certainly just cut out this little extra bit in the middle and use them just as regular stickers too. So they're pretty versatile, however you want to use them. So those are really fun. And like I said, some of them you can cut. And if you wanted to use some that you don't think would work on the top, like this one, for instance, that has the fold on the side, if you cut them out, like I said, there's still a mirror image, you could still put them at the top and make a little tab out of them that way. And then the other sides of these, so this coming week here, we are going to be heading to the beach for our last little couple days of summer at the beach. And so I'm using the back of this page for a packing list. So that's a good way to use all of the back sides of these pages, is just for random lists. Some people have used them for gratitudes or journaling, so that's a good way to use those. And then I have to make a back to school list for Zach for what he needs, because school starts soon. And then just a little bit more stamping. And then again, some more of the birds and some of those Kelly stamps again. I like having the little tabs. It's just kind of a nice reference point to be able to flip to each week. I like that. Then this page, I went a little crazy, but I was having a lot of fun. So I wanted to make a page for my daily schedule. And so I just used some of we had so many beautiful pattern papers this month. So I used kind of this houndstooth as my background. I cut this out of a card. I think it was one of the 4x6 cards, possibly, if I remember right. So I cut that out, and then I put it on a little bit of foam adhesive, and then I went through and I fussy cut all kinds of different blooms and blossoms from the free printables. And I just kind of layered them in and tucked them in. There's a few on foam adhesive. Some are just simply adhered to the back page. And then we also had, instead of our normal enamel dots this time, I had them done in kind of a flower shape, just a real simplified flower, or they could be stars, but I rounded the edges. I wanted them to look a little bit more like little flowers. And so there's just a few of those that I tucked in here as well. And then so that turned out really pretty. And then my daily schedule, which this was a printable, and then I just added some more of the little die cuts, and then some of the round enamel dots from a previous kit. I don't remember which one. I think it was May of like 2 years ago, maybe. And then, as I mentioned, I made that summer bucket list, so I got to get busy on that. And then the calendar page, I added, there's a few stickers in here. There's a little bit of stamping. There's a little bit of washi stickers from the different sticker kits. And then a few little die cuts, and then some more of those little enamel dots. One thing that I wanted to point out that was kind of fun is I took this little hummingbird die cut, and the way that I cut him, I wanted him to look like he was actually sitting on this little summer's end die cut. I'm going to see if I can keep that in focus and bring it up a little bit. So he looks like he's sitting on it, and the way that I did that is I took my scissors and I cut up just a little bit around where his little feet are, and then I tucked the little summer's end die cut up under his feet, but over his tail, so it looks like he's perched on there, and I think that turned out really cute. So it's just a fun way to kind of play with your die cuts. Added just a couple more on this side, and then when you get your daily pages, they're meant to be used as a double page, as a 2-page spread. So this is all of Tuesday. And well, when that happens, then you end up with this page, kind of a rogue extra one to start with. So what I always do is I always cover that up. And I just used one of the dashboards. Some of these little puffy dots, I thought they were really, really pretty mixed in here. And then one of the dragonfly puffy stickers. And then the other thing that I did is I added this cute little trim, this little tiny little pom-pom trim that was in the, I think that was in the classified planner kit. And I just added that along the bottom just for a little bit of texture. I think it turned out really cute. One of the pocket cards tucked in there. And then this is just a tag that I made from one of the 4x6 cards. Added a simple little puffy dragonfly. I may stitch a little trail for him on there. I haven't gotten to that yet, but I may just add that. And then I made a pocket. This is one of my favorite of the pattern papers. So I made my pocket out of that. Did a little bit more of the stamping on there. Added a puffy sticker, and then I had this tiny little felt bow in my stash. So that has my stickers in it. Another one of the pocket cards. And what was kind of neat is this pocket card has that same pattern, but it's in a smaller scale. But it's almost the same scale as the little Post-it notes, our little sticky notes. So what I thought was neat was a good way to kind of hold my Post-it notes or my sticky notes in my binder without taking up a lot of bulk. So I just have a couple of them in there, was to layer that on top of that pattern, and it just kind of blends in. I thought it was really kind of neat the way that looked layered on there. And then I have my little to-do list. Yes, and see, as you can see on here, journaling, lots of journaling that I have to do. And I just, again, because this particular planner doesn't have the pockets that go all the way across, I don't have room to put my notepad in the front. So to be able to have a few extra sheets, then I just clip them on the back of my little to-do list. And again, this is a printable with some of the stickers on there. And then this is really fun. So I had a little extra time, and I had a lot of fun with this. So this side, I again wanted to make the little hummingbird look like he was perching on that string. Let's see if I can show you. And I did an Instagram post where I have a couple up close pictures. So if you can't really see it in the video, you can check out my Instagram and you'll see that. The way that I did this is I stitched just a couple of stitches and then left some of it loose. I kind of twisted it's 2 strands of embroidery floss, and I kind of twisted them just to kind of keep that together and make it a little thicker looking. And then again, I cut up under his little feet and then pushed the string across there. So it looks like he's just kind of perched and floating right on that little string. And then I thought it was really fun to just kind of leave those strings just kind of hanging. I knotted them and then just kind of left them hanging. And I think it's really, really cute. Did a couple puffy stickers. This was the personal size. Our dashboards come in, when you buy the dashboard set, it has 2 sizes. It has the A5 and it has the personal size. And so I used the personal size to make my bookmark. And then on this side, I also did a bunch of stitching. So what I did, this is another personal size dashboard. Before I glued it down, I went through and I kind of figured out where the dragonflies were going to be, and I kind of figured out what little bits I wanted to highlight. And I took my embroidery floss, I made the little trails coming from the dragonflies, and then I just highlighted around the edges of a few of the blooms. I'm going to try and see if you can see that little bit of embroidery on there. And then I added a few little of the puffy dots as well. It's subtle, but it's fun. It's something you can sit and do while you're watching TV. And it adds that little subtle bit of texture, and it just kind of kicks it up another notch, and it's a lot of fun to do. So that, and then I border punched along the top of that. So that is my bookmark for this month. And then the daily pages. And we had this pretty foiled overlay, or sheet of vellum, excuse me, that was in the classified planner. And then kind of my monthly to-do list, a few little puffy stickers and some dragonfly stickers, some of that beautiful pattern paper, and then just my dashboards. So, and then these are the A5 or the larger size set of dashboards, and then these are the smaller ones. And I just use these to make subdividers in this particular category. And then if you're not familiar with these, if you get our classified planner kit, we usually have a button in there, and you may get that and wonder, what is that for? It's got a hollow back, how am I supposed to attach it? Well, we sell these magnetic clip toppers, and so that just snaps right on, and then you can change this out every month. You only need one of these, and then you can change the button out every month. So that's something we started, I think it's been over a year now that we've had those. Just love that pattern paper, so pretty. And I loved all the sayings this month too. We needed it this month. We needed some bright and happy this month. So that is my setup. Oh, and the pen this month says everything blooms in its own time, and it's got the pretty rose gold on there, and it's got that fuchsia with the fuchsia stones. So that was pretty. And the pouch for this month, everything blooms in its own time, and it has the dragonfly, and then this side it says step back, relax, and let things unfold, and it has the hummingbird. How pretty is that? So that is everything for August. I'm just doing a quick one so that we can get this posted and it's not too late in the month. If you have any questions about anything that is in our Backyard Blooms collection, please leave a little post below, and I will try and get back to you as soon as I can. And then coming up for September, October, November, December, those are all planned. We are actually working on January right now, so lots of exciting things coming up. We should, and in fact, we should have the pre-order up soon for our Christmas kit. So that's coming out soon. So lots of great stuff. I've got some ideas for some other things that we're going to start in January. So much going on, and just a blessing to be able to be here and make these wonderful kits. And I appreciate each and every one of you for watching my videos. I know a lot of it's the same every month, but I still enjoy doing them, and I hope you do too. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, and I will see you again soon.